BoxingVoice.com.
We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie.
We don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Does that mean that you will fight Triple G later this year?
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes.
As I said in the last fight, right now I'll put on the gloves again.
¡Viva México!
Canelo wants to unify all the titles.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power?
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me. So, talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game to see the Boxing Voice.
Good morning, TBV, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another morning edition with the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. Now, don't forget, if you're just tuning into the live stream, hit that thumbs up button. Why? Because we're here 7 days a week. Hit that thumbs up button. Why? Because we're here multiple times a day. Hit that thumbs up button. Why? Because you want to help us spread the word that we are a safe haven for boxing fans to call in and celebrate. When they're upset, call in and express their frustrations as well. And that's actually what we are looking for today. Your thoughts on Oleksandr Usyk and the fact that, has he passed the heavyweight test in your eyes? Is he ready for a title shot? We kind of discussed this a little bit on yesterday's Sunday evening show, but truth is, ESPN did an article with two respectable writers that we all, follow here in the sport. Dan Rayfield and Steve Kim gave their thoughts on the path that Usyk should take. And I think it's quite interesting, especially since, I was a bit critical. So this is what we're going to be talking about. Did Oleksandr Usyk pass the heavyweight test? Is he ready for a world title shot? Keep in mind, he is the WBO mandatory. So, again, this is what we will be discussing. If you want to call in and participate, the number to call in is 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget, you could also add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation and just give us your take on the heavyweight division as a whole and where you see Oleksandr Usyk kind of falling in for this division, right? So let me head on out to Big Mike.
Dazn Production.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
BoxingVoice.com.
So when I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak. He stayed out before he said he was not.
A man stand up for what he believes in, and when you stand up for what you believe in, you accept whatever consequences come behind it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yo. Good morning to everybody out there in the TBV universe. Back with another one. And yeah, man, tough weekend of boxing, man. Usyk got the victory, but did he leave us with more questions than he did answers? He is the mandatory for the WBO. So, is he ready for a world title? I mean, I'm sure we'll talk about that. Can he beat any of the current or past world champions that's in this era, of course? And we'll talk about that. So, yeah, man, let's get into it.
Yeah, so I just want to give you time and everyone else that might be following along with us live to go to ESPN so that we can, together kind of review the article that Steve Kim and Dan Rayfield, collaborated on. And I think they did a lot of good work, right? I mean, nothing that we didn't mention, but just good to see two guys that are further along in their journalism career and very respected on the platform that it is, ESPN, kind of on par with what we're saying. I think that, or at least with what I'm saying, I think Mike wasn't as critical as me, and neither are these guys, but if you read between the lines, they're definitely giving you the same pointers that I was trying to make yesterday. So obviously the former undisputed cruiserweight world champion and the 2018 fighter of the year, Oleksandr Usyk, made his heavyweight debut yesterday against, as like Mike's to call him, Ass Tablespoon. That's a mixture there of CYP and Mike's from yesterday, right? Mike's was Chaz Tablespoon. CYP was Az Weatherspoon. I think we do a mixture, and we got Az Tablespoon. On Saturday night at the Wintrust Arena, Oleksandr Usyk definitely had a nice sold-out crowd. That 9,000 felt like more. Credit to Mike for giving us that attendance number yesterday, because I just automatically assumed it was in the teens, you know. So Dan Rayfield and Steve Kim examine Usyk's path going forward after getting this entry-level win in the heavyweight division, where, let's remind everyone, he only weighed 215. And yeah, the writers are calling him, and I'll quote from the article, weighed in 215 pounds, and while on the smallest side for a heavyweight, has skills, amateur background, and the fighting spirit to compete in the division. But just want you to recognize that they are categorizing him as a small or smallish heavyweight. So the first category that Rayfield and Steve Kim have are, what did this fight do for Usyk? So before I get into them, I'm obviously going to tell you in the short, absolutely nothing. It did nothing for Usyk, and it did nothing for Usyk fans. But Mike, do you have a different opinion? What do you feel that this fight did for Usyk?
I think it gave him introduction to the heavyweight division, even though it wasn't like the top level opponent. We did see that Usyk may have a problem with power. We seen when Chaz touched him, it was like a couple times he had a little step back kind of reaction that I caught his attention. So I think he got welcomed to the heavyweight power and let him know that it's a little bit different. Even on these lower level, it's a little bit different. So I think he accomplished, you know what I'm saying, got the victory, didn't come up, you know what I'm saying, get a loss in his debut. So some positives you can take from that fight, but it's not like you can overly assess, you know what I'm saying, Chaz Tablespoon, because he, like you said, he was out of breath, he was tired, and he was more fatigued and exhausted than he was beaten up.
Yeah, totally agree. Just like I agree that he was introduced to that heavyweight power, and I think that's why he's been quoted now saying he plans to add more weight to his frame for his next heavyweight fight. So Rayfield, Dan Rayfield of ESPN, longtime lead writer for them, says that it did a lot for him, according to Dan. He was able to go 7 rounds with a much bigger man and see that what it is like. Granted, Weatherspoon's skills and speed were no match for him, but he was almost 35 pounds heavier and did land a few shots. You have to walk before you can run, and this was a good fight for Usyk to break into the heavyweight division with, even if it wasn't ideal that Weatherspoon took the fight on few days' notice when Tyrone Sponge dropped out for a failed drug test. What he didn't add is that, obviously Sponge was cleared by VADA on the B sample. They just left that out. But then Kim goes on to say it gave him a chance to go through a full camp, a full-fledged heavyweight, and gauge where he can be most effective above the 200 pounds. That in itself is important, given that as a professional, he has competed only at the cruiserweight division. As for the fight itself, being blunt, it's hard to tell, given that the 38-year-old Weatherspoon has fought only twice since 2016. Before Usyk suffered an injury bicep, he was supposed to fight and make his heavyweight debut against Carlos Takam, which we've reported here numerous times. And they're calling him a solid, reliable heavyweight. Now, yesterday I questioned what's his biggest win. Takam is getting a lot of moral, victories around here. But now that would have given us a real indication of just where Usyk stands in the division, according to Kim. But he goes on to say, But to be fair, Weatherspoon did last 7 rounds. Usyk was able to get some heavyweight rounds under his belt, and perhaps the fact that Usyk hadn't fought since last November when he dropped and stopped Tony Bellew in the cruiserweight swan song played a factor in how he approached things Saturday night. After a slow start, Usyk started to look a bit more comfortable after the 3rd round and showed the form that allowed him to become the undisputed cruiserweight champion of the world. Usyk began to let his hands go a bit more as the fight progressed, and he gave Vasyl Lomachenko-esque angles, which make him so unusual for a big man. We still don't know how well Usyk can catch one on the chin from a legitimate heavyweight puncher, and that's that was a whole breathful for Kim there. But what did you think of Kim's assessment? I think I'm with him. He's while he's not being as critical as me, I think he's being more critical than Dan Rayfield. On the opponent and the performance. Now he is being optimistic, like Rayfield, saying, "Look, he got some rounds in," and I think they are right about that. Usyk hadn't fought since the Bellew fight. And I guess you do need to get some sort of rounds, and it's the same thing that Keith Thurman was asking for when he fought Josecito Lopez. But your thoughts?
Yeah, I totally forgot that he fought Bellew like almost a year ago. So yeah, the rounds were good to get in. You know what I'm saying? Even though the opponent was on a short notice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I really didn't. You know what I'm saying? Really learn much from the fight. I mean, it was good from him, but we already knew Usyk was going to be a smaller cruiserweight. Already knew that he didn't have a lot of power at cruiserweight. So, I mean, moving up, it was going to be a challenge for him. I mean, it's nothing that I didn't already suspect or already know about Usyk that came to light Saturday night. Only thing that was kind of shocking, you know what I'm saying, when he got hit by Chaz, just the way he reacted. I know maybe it was just him, you know what I'm saying, not used to getting hit, but the way Chaz touched him with that check hook on the inside really got his attention. And I'm just of the mindset of guys like Fury, Wilder, Joshua White, Andy Ruiz. These kind of guys touching, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be a lot different than the kind of power that Chaz had. So, good win for him. I mean, I can't take that away from him, but we got to see him in there with some tachyums, and I would even Tyrone Spong. I mean, he might have been a good opponent for him. You know what I'm saying? So we got to see him in there with somebody who's not 38, not an older heavyweight, not on short notice, who has a full training camp, and let's see how he matches up against somebody who's on the same level with the whole training, with how training goes.
Definitely agree with you, man.
Because you got to look at it like, say if I gave Charles Martin 6 weeks notice for a camp and told him he'd be fighting Usyk. I don't know if can Usyk just demolish Charles Martin right now? Can he even beat Charles Martin right now? We've seen Charles Martin against a guy in Adam Kornacki.
Your opinion of Martin has gone up after that Kornacki fight. I swear.
Bro, it was up before the Kornacki fight. You know what I'm saying? It was just.
What was it? Greg Corbin win?
No. I pick you right. It went up after the Kornacki fight. It definitely went up after the Kornacki fight. Cause I thought Kornacki was gonna get his ass up out of there, and the way Charles Martin bit down on his gum shield and his adding tutelage under the likes of Jeff Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, if they would have put Charles Martin in there with Usyk this weekend, I don't know. I'm sure Usyk would have won, but it probably wouldn't have been that easy for him. You know what I'm saying? Like Charles Martin has proven that he could punch. We seen him punch Kornacki and make him back up. So yeah, man, you got to get a decent level heavyweight to like really get a good barometer of Usyk, unless you're just gonna throw him in there with the WBO champion and say fuck it, rock out.
So keep in mind that Tyson Fury versus Vladimir Klitschko had a total of 84 punches land. where Usyk had a total of 139 punches land. Just he landed 139 total punches. Now, Weatherspoon, on the other hand, only landed 21 total punches. I mean, you divide that into 7, that's very poor per round. 16% connect ratio for Chaz Tablespoon, and this is courtesy of CompuBox. So after that first category, which was what did this fight do for Usyk, they move on to is Usyk ready for a title shot? And my short answer, like yesterday, was absolutely not. Now, I can see a world where a champion gets stripped and he fights for a vacant. Well, then cool. But as far as beating a current world champion, I don't know. I will give him more credit, or should I say more of a shot versus Andy Ruiz because of the height. I don't know. I feel like he's very mobile. Andy Ruiz is going to have to chase him. He knows Andy's going to want to fight that inside, hit you with a bunch of punches, so he will try and outbox Andy. So maybe that would be a difficult fight for Andy. But still, he would be going into that fight as the favorite, especially if he could beat Joshua back-to-back. So, I definitely don't give him any shot versus Deontay Wilder at all. Not unless he gets maybe another 3 fights, and in those 3, I see a consistent progression and upward tick, both in power and punch resistance.
Yeah, man, he's not beating Deontay Wilder. I think that boat is not going to lead the dock anytime soon. If Wilder hit him like Chaz hit him with that chick hook, I think Wilder will put him down. Matter of fact, I probably know Wilder will put him down. He put everybody else down. The winner of AJ and Ruiz, I mean, he's WBO mandatory anyway, so I guess we'll see if he gets to fight between one of those guys. I kind of highly doubt it. Don't say how Eddie Hearn's been talking and the way PBC deals with the WBO. So I don't know, but Tyson Fury, I don't give him the advantage. Big Baby, I don't give him the advantage. Dylan White, don't give me the advantage. Kornacki, I don't know. Might be a good fight right there. Brazil might be a little bit too tall for him. You know what I'm saying? We see how Brazil treated that smaller cruiserweight in Izuku, or whatever the fuck his name is. He got him out of there. Takium, we've seen Takium handle his own at heavyweight too. So, what's the best matchup for Usyk right now if he's not gonna get a title shot next in his next fight? I don't know, man. I'm not seeing very many guys that I will give him the clear-cut advantage over in the heavyweight division.
Nah, I totally get you. And I think that they agree with you. Dan Rayfield says he's not ready yet. Ideally, he will have at least 1 or 2 more fights in the division first, but that might not be reality. He's already the mandatory challenger for the winner of the December 7th fight between the unified titleists Andy Ruiz Jr. and former titleist Anthony Joshua. He will get a shot at the belt next year, be it the winner of that fight or potentially a vacant title, and will take the fight as soon as it's available to him. So obviously you agree. We're both on par there. Steve Kim says, ready or not, it doesn't really matter because given his standings as the WBO Cruiserweight titleist, his team petitioned for him to become the number 1 contender in the heavyweight rankings. The request was granted by the WBO. Currently, that belt belongs to Andy Ruiz. You wonder if Usyk's brain trust will see who the Ruiz-Joshua rematch winner is before deciding on the course of action. Usyk's manager, Egis Klimas, told me, being Steve Kim, not Nestor Gibbs, that they aren't in this for tune-up fights. Okay, let me repeat that. Usyk's manager, Egis Klimas, told me that they aren't in this for tune-up fights. or to work their way into a title shot or look for a soft spot. If there's a shot to be had, they will take it, whether it comes against the winner of Ruiz Joshua 2 or against the WBC holder Deontay Wilder. They want to fight for a heavyweight belt sooner than later. Again, I mean, he's not done. He's being very, let me just get to his last paragraph. But you wonder if Usyk Usyk is really ready to tangle with the upper echelon in the division so quickly. Keep in mind, before Evander Holyfield, generally considered the greatest cruiserweight in history, fought for a heavyweight title, he had 6 fights to build him up. James Tillis, Pilkon Thomas, Michael Dokes, Addison Rodriguez, Alex Stewart, Seamus McDowell, before defeating James Buster Douglas to win the 3 belts. So thank you, Ken.
What about David Hay? You know what I'm saying? Since we doing like that,
I think Hay went straight into the value effect from what I remember. I can check his resume.
I'm looking at right now.
Or maybe he fought John Ruiz first. I don't know. Check, but I think he went straight.
Nah, he didn't fight. Did he fight John Ruiz?
I don't know. I'm probably
That's Roy Jones. Yeah, you mixing a little bit of Roy.
But yeah, I think that I'm gonna go with my earlier opinion on another show about Usyk and his clout chasing. I think
he took one fight in between.
Okay,
he fought a dude named Monty Barrett.
Oh shit, I know Monty Barrett. Okay, Monty Barrett was decent.
That weight was there. Yep, heavyweight contest. So he took one fight.
Yo, Monty Barrett dropped him in that fight. Actually,
he did.
Yep.
Let me see.
Dropped him in that fight. Monty Barrett used to train in my gym at Jersey Boys. He was a beast, bro. Even at this old age, he was fucking niggas up. They was coming in for heavyweight sparring. Crazy. Yeah. I ain't saying he was a beast like Wilder or any current champion or any champion, because I don't think he ever got a world title. But he was good, man. He was good. And he's tall and long and knows how to box, man. Yeah, saying Kieran Butt saying Hay destroyed him. He did get dropped. Stop lying. I think I even just seen an interview with David Hay talking about that shit.
Yeah, I think. Oh, okay. I do know what you're talking about now, because he did say something about getting dropped.
Yeah, Monty 2 Guns Barrett or some shit like that, man.
Monty 2 Guns Barrett. Now look, man. If they got that much confidence in Usyk and like the way that they talking with like Eagles and shit like that, like they ain't trying to do no.
They saying Barrett never dropped Hay. Now I gotta Google this shit. Fucking jokes.
Okay. I wouldn't know, but like Eagles is saying like they're confident in their guys, so it's not gonna be any kind of stay busy or like run of the mill fights. They're looking for the top level fights, and I can't be mad at them, you know what I'm saying? Like, why mess around with the guys in the heavyweight division when we know that one punch can change it all, and we see guys struggling to get a title shot out here, begging for a title shot. Wayne got it yet, you know what I'm saying? And you're able to get one. I gotta think that they'll go ahead and like cash those chips in and see how it plays out. But I'm just intrigued to see who he will be fighting for that WBO if everything goes out like how I think it will. Like, will he be fighting for a vacant against Dillian White? Would Dillian White say fuck the WBC? I paid all these sanction fees and go back and fight for the WBO, or will Fury want to fight for the WBO? Will Otto Wallen want to fight for that WBO? Like, I don't know who all in the WBO rankings, but at the same time, yeah, I want to see if that title becomes vacant, who they would put Usyk in there against. You know what I'm saying? But I know he wants the winner of AJ in a Andy, but I don't know if AJ or Andy's gonna be clamoring to like make a fight with him after coming off a big fight like that. But did he get dropped though? Did David Hay get dropped?
I'm reading a boxing scene article here where they said that David Hay put him down 5 times.
The money buried. Money buried. The money buried.
They said Barrett. They traded early, but then Hayes' quicker hands continue to present problems. Oh, this is a typo. This is a typo. Look at this. This is a typo. We can't even trust this link anymore. I'm done. I'm out. Hayes' quicker hands continue to present problems for Hay. Nah, come on. How you presenting problems for yourself?
One typo, nigga. It's enough to.
It's over. It's over. I can't trust this article anymore. Take credit here, Ness. In the final round, some of Barrett's punches rattled Hay as he got trapped in the corner. Barrett continued to press forward in the fourth, but got caught with a huge right hand, and Hay continued to come forward and throw punches. A big left hook sent Barrett down as he was pulling back. Moments later, another shot to the side of the head sent Barrett down for a second time. Hay tried to finish him off, but Monty was able to survive as time ran out.
Yeah, man, I don't know about Monty Barrett, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Damn, sent Barrett down a third time with a right hand. What the? So anyway, back to the original arc. I guess Kieran was right. I thought we was gonna get a knockdown. Yo, let me see here. So back to the Kim thing. Remember, we left off on him giving us the history of Evander Holyfield and how many fights he had before he actually fought for a title. But the issue with all that is they've already petitioned for their shot. So the next category is whom should Usyk fight next, and how many fights does he need to be ready for Wilder Ruiz, Joshua, or Tyson Fury? And they gave the same names we gave yesterday: Carlos Takam and Derek Chisora. Dan Rayfield says, I'd like to see him fight Carlos Takam, battle-tested former world title challenger who gave a good effort in a 10th-round stoppage loss to Joshua in a title fight in October 2017. Usyk was supposed to fight Takam in a heavyweight debut in May before an injury, but there's no reason their camps can't put together a fight. Now, what I'll say about that is he's failing to mention that after Takam lost a spirited 10-round stoppage loss, where a lot of hardcore boxing fans felt like they shouldn't have gotten a stoppage, right? To Joshua, he then got knocked out by Derek Chisora. Like, he left that out. So it's like, really, is Takam showing us something? Like, what has Takam really done? I'm going to check his Resi while Mike gives us his thoughts on Rayfield.
I mean, like, fuck that. With Takam, you know what I'm saying? You can at least say he's been in there with Joshua. He's been in there with my guy named New Zealand, my guy, I love him. He got a spider bite. Peter Parker.
Joseph Parker.
You fucked up my damn joke. But yeah, Joseph Parker. He's been in there with Joseph Parker's. He's been in there with Chisora, but got knocked out. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't think Takam's been in there with Parker.
You
oh yeah, you're right.
No, you won't put the money on it. I mean, it's
right.
off
No, I see it here.
Who like Parker more than me?
I don't know.
Who on this show that support Parker more than me? Nobody. I give Parker his just due. So anyway, like
I think his biggest win is Tony Thompson.
Who?
Same dude.
Tackle?
Yeah, same dude that beat David Price twice.
And me beat Tony Thompson?
Mm-hmm. Yo, David Price, remember, David Price proved my theory wrong. Remember I said 2 back-to-back knockout losses in heavyweight division is career ending? Price never quit after the 2 Tony Thompsons back-to-back.
Price been knocked out a couple more times.
No, but back-to-back, though. Like, he went in back-to-back. He like, that was a fluke. Boop, got knocked out again and still kept it going. So, good tick on good old Price. But, yeah, I'm looking at this, and that's his biggest win, Yeah, that's his biggest win.
Okay. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, he's been in there. He's a proven, I won't say contender, but a proven tough guy against the top.
And FYI, yo, that was in 2014, B. So that's 5 years ago since he's had a win. 5 years ago since
he had a big win.
I mean, a recognizable win. Like, I don't know who's Marcelo Nascimento. You know, I wouldn't give him credit for Michael Sprott in 2015. Jorge Ares from Mexico, no credit. Makrin Renowski, no credit. I mean, Ivica Brakchun, no credit. Sanad Gashi, I guess, but not really. Like, we only know him for losing to, Chisora. Like,
No, I think Gashi beat Chisora, didn't he?
Oh, is that the guy that beat him in Monaco? I thought it was the other dude.
No, Gashi.
He lost to Chisora. He lost to Takaman Chisora.
Okay.
Yeah. And to Schwartz.
Okay.
By disqualification to Schwartz.
Oh, that's the guy that Schwartz did all that rolling around on the ground against and shit. So he got hit in the back of the head.
So again, it's just a lot of moral victories. Look. His secondary win is Deontay Wilder's sparring partner. Like, that's his secondary win. Craig Lewis. He just got that win under the David. What is it? Star Boxing Promotions. So yeah, let me go on to the article and get to Steve Kim's recommendation. Kim says, okay, some names come immediately to mind, and each of them would really give legitimacy to Usyk as a heavyweight contender. First would be Derek Chisora, who has a solid track record and perhaps the division's toughest gatekeeper. Which is true, but I mean, again, if you petition for a world title shot, why do you need these I'm supposed to win fights? Like, a Chisora fight is for an up-and-coming heavyweight that needs to prove he belongs. This guy's undisputed and petitioned to fight the champions. How doesn't he belong? Why do we need another test to see does he belong? That's because no one is impressed with what he did with Charles Weatherspoon. That's why they're giving him these little, side steps before going straight into the fight. That's why they're specifically saying, no, he's not ready yet.
Not only that, the same question we had before the fight, we have after the fight. Like, does he have enough power to keep these big guys off of him? Can he take a punch in the heavyweight division? You know what I'm saying? We still don't know that yet. I mean, and from what I seen from that checker last night, I don't know, bro. One of these other guys catching with that shit, I don't know if he's gonna be still standing upright. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying this to say like I don't like Usyk or I'm trying to downplay him or I'm trying to bash him or anything like that. It's just we all had these same questions and these questions haven't changed. That's why it's an article coming out right after the fight. Like, they could have wrote this damn article before the fight. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Totally agree. That's why we're here, because the questions are there. But the article says it speaks for itself because Rayfield and Kim are known to favor the Eastern European in their writing. It dates back to the Gennadys, all that good stuff, right? So this coming from them is their way of being critical without bashing. And the selection also sees they want a bit of pampering. They want to ensure he gets the win while also viewing the test. Because, again, Chisora, like he said, the world's toughest gatekeeper. But unless you're Chisora, who makes millions to fight, as a gatekeeper, you're not really satisfied being called a gatekeeper. It's almost offensive if you're a fighter. They don't want to. The same way Haney didn't want to be called a prospect. Believe me, he won't ever want you to call him a gatekeeper. Now, the second choice for Kim is if you want to go anywhere as a heavyweight, you have to go through this guy, which he means Derek Chisora. But then he says Joseph Parker is a former belt holder, and he is still a viable big man. His only losses are to Joshua and Dillian White, memorable slugfest in July 2018. But before I get to my thoughts on Joseph Parker, I'll just say that the reason I also don't want the Chisora fight is because he's not going to present the test that we necessarily need. Chisora isn't a dude that's known to come in with the Sean Porter-like conditioning. He's got to chase Usyk. This is the fight that is not a heavyweight fight. When you're fighting Usyk, you're going to have to chase him because for the first 6 rounds, he's trying to tire you out. He knows he's not a real heavyweight, so he's staying away from that power until things start slowing down. And Chisora isn't going to be in the shape. I mean, this fight that he's about to have in October 26th, he just said he's training himself. And the whole mystery is who's going to be in his corner. David Hayes like, wait and watch. But, when he's being interviewed, he's like, I don't need a trainer. I already know how to do this. So it's like, this is the guy that they want you to test. That's supposed to be the test. A dude that at this stage in his career, when he's finally starting to get some recognizable wins, he decides not to get a trainer. So then Kim's next choice is Joseph Parker. Cool, but Joseph's biggest win is Andy Ruiz. He needs to do something after that. He did have a good fight with Dillian White. But he pulled out the Chisora fight with that spider bite, and I like that Chisora fight for Joseph Parker. Not for Usyk. So then Kim's next option is, and I quote from the article, then you have Michael Hunter, whose only loss came to Usyk back in 2017 when they were both cruiserweights. And though Usyk overwhelmed him late in the 12th round contest, the mobility and quickness of Hunter troubled him early in the fight. Another interesting bout would be the heavy-handed, lead-footed Joe Joyce, whom Usyk defeated as a heavyweight by unanimous decision in the World Series of Boxing. I always say World Boxing. World Series of Boxing back in 2018. How would a much longer fight between the two professionals play out? So here's what I'll say. Again, I'll just re-echo my point that these writers are being favorable to Usyk by finding him winnable fights. So he's giving him Michael Hunter, not a full heavyweight. So Usyk is in the same boat with Hunter. It's like a cruiserweight that's moving up. Has he really filled out? Does he really got his heavyweight power? We won't never know because they're putting 2 cruiserweights in the ring. Second option, Joe Joyce. Someone that he already beat, so mentally he has that confidence. Stop making it so easy for this guy. I know that people are like, Ness, that was the amateurs. It doesn't matter. Have you heard Crawford lately? Have you heard Danny lately? Those amateur wins, they value.
World Series of Boxing is no head guard, and I think you be wearing like 10-ounce gloves. So it's not like the traditional amateur fights, and they go 5 rounds. So
even worse, that means that Usyk is gonna go into with more confidence. He's like, I already fought this dude without headgear.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, sign me up for the Joe Joyce fight. Same thing the writer said, lead-footed. Why are we making it easy? Like, I thought it was a test. Just saying. But your thoughts?
At the end of the day, man, the Joe Joyce fight, like you said, he holds that shit over Joyce's head. So it's not like he's gonna be nervous. He might have more confidence. You know what I'm saying, going into that fight than any other fight that he goes in at heavyweight. Chisora fight, in my opinion, for Usyk, it might be a step back because he's going for a title pretty soon, you know what I'm saying? So why would you even risk that? Chisora has proven that he can knock a motherfucker off every now and again, and Usyk is not a natural heavyweight, and Chisora's been fighting bigger guys his whole career. So a guy like Usyk, who knows what Chisora could do to him? Honestly, man, I don't know. Like, it's to me, the best thing for Usyk to do is try to get that title shot next. Don't even fuck around and like play around with trying to like develop against these guys, because it's in heavyweight division. One punch changes everything. I would try to go and get that title shot next. I wouldn't even play around.
So the final option that Kim has in the closing of the article is White. Dillian White. He says, speaking of White, he has been considered one of the top heavyweight contenders for a few years, has been looking for a title shot. That not only would a Usyk-White matchup be an entertaining one, but one that would clearly establish a true number 1 contender in the division. And that is true. If he can beat White, we have to respect him, because White, even though he's still in this shady place without a B sample, hashtag 600 days, if he can be cleared to fight, and cleared meaning he didn't do anything wrong, then we can value all his wins instead of question all his wins. Then fuck yeah, that's a great fight for Usyk. That's the fight I want out of all of them. That fight tells me he's ready or he's not. That's the food juice.
Why does that fight tell you that?
Because again, if we're excluding White's infraction, if we're assuming that he's not guilty, he's had a good heavyweight run with his win over Joseph Parker, and then he's got some secondary wins. So, yeah, I mean, White is leaps and bounds, not only in resume, but in skill and stamina, not necessarily, right? Like, I mean, we did see White draped over the ropes like some fucking wet clothes in a sunny day. But, I mean, we got to assume he's got a better tank than Chaz Tablespoon.
Come on, man. Hey, for you to even put White and Tablespoon in the same sentence, you know what I'm saying? It's disrespectful, first off. If White, comes out unscathed, which it seems like he is with the WBC and everything else that's going on, I think that might be a little bit too much for Usyk right now. If Usyk can't keep Chaz Witherspoon at bay and really like punish him, he can't punish Dylan White like that. I think Dylan White, if fought Usyk, probably would stop him.
Damn, long-time listener Jeremy Flanagan in Atlanta hit me up, said, why not F.A. Ajagba? My issue with Ajagba is Ajagba's not ready. So what test is he presenting other than the fact that we know he's got power, but his power's not shown up on the elite level. So to jump Ajagba up when we've already heard both trainer and handlers say that, he's about 2 years away from a title shot, no sense in rushing him to Usyk. Usyk has hell of amateur experience. Then he has that cruiserweight experience, man. He's fought up under them lights with that pressure. I wouldn't throw a Ajagba in there as a suggestion. Any suggestions from the chat before we open up these phone lines? You know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget to add Nesta Gibbs on Skype. And if you're just joining the live stream, hit that thumbs up button. Why? Because it helps with the visibility of the show, and you want us to grow. You want us to grow. You want us to continue to get the Abner Mars and the Keith Thurmans and the Ken Porters and the Sean Porters and those types of interviews live on the show, and not just when we're out in the field. Not only that, you want us to grow so we can continue to go to these camp lives. We have one plan. We're keeping it hush hush. November 4th through the 8th. We'll be somewhere. Mike, I already told you that, right?
Now I got like the exact dates. Yeah, so yeah.
Oh, I ain't been telling you that? I thought I've been texting you that.
I remember I forgot about it, man.
Okay.
I ain't gonna tell you.
Okay.
With all this Canelo news, you know what I'm saying? I forgot about it.
Yeah, that Canelo news was overwhelming, blessing, and amazing. And what me and Mike are talking about is the fact that we will once again be covering a Canelo fight from Press Row and Podcast Row, doing our live show. And I say live because last time we did go live quite a few times. There was some bumps and, scrapes. But this time I think that we are golden, especially after having a semi-successful Border Wars. I think that we're ready to rock and roll on the big stage for Canelo versus Sergey Kovalev live from Podcast Row. Every single day, bringing you, interviews with everybody under the sun. I'm actually working on a big-time interview right now with Eric Gomez, the president of Golden Boy Promotions, and some other things. So, once again, the reason we went down this path and telling you all this info is to have you hit that thumbs up button, because believe me that, helping us with the visibility of the show definitely helps you get those types of guests on the show. So, that being said,
I wanted to damn, I wanted to fucking ask you, man. Can't even remember, bro. Guess what that point.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Speaking of iTunes,
I wanted to see. I'm sorry.
Go for it.
Yeah, we got 3 super chats.
No, 3
Wow.
iTunes reviews, but you go first.
Well, we got a super chat from Circanus Lupus. What the fuck kind of name is that? Charles
he's
Martin.
Long time listener.
Oh, okay. Charles Martin will be a great test. Will be a good test. Also, I was gonna ask you, like,
only issue is the cross promotion, man.
Yeah, that's a big issue. Now, when we're doing this live feed, I know last time you wanted to like keep the live feed going, like, you know what I'm saying, like, don't cut it off.
Yeah, I don't want to stop and go because I feel like we losing
audience.
And they get frustrated because we can stay live and it can be very raw. You know, we could be done, let's say, with Lennox Lewis, and it's like, all right, yo, we finished with Lennox, but hold on, Ness about to get up, and he gonna go through the room because it was people in the room throughout the entire day. We could just sit plenty of people down and interview and just keep the show going.
Now, I was gonna ask you, could we use like one of those promo like kind of videos or like promo things to where
I'm sure that we can use a promotional video during the live feed to give us a time to step away from the broadcast.
Exactly.
But not only that, we have our own, you know.
I know that for sure. I know what I'm saying. I'm just trying to give somebody out there some added motivation.
No, for sure. Nah, man, you know, you just got to remind me. We got Jemmy for that. If you remind me, Jemmy could make Jemmy and Bo from Bama, but not Bo, not that Bo, another Bo Latham from Bama.
Bo Latham, yeah, I know. Yeah, Bo Latham. He made my logo.
Your logo, okay, there you go. Well, yeah, you know, I think that both of those gentlemen can definitely help us out. So we got a few few iTunes reviews. And the first one, is dated back from September 12th. It says, TBE, the boxing voice. You guys are the realest, man. This show is raw, all uncut, no BS. It's a part of my morning routine at work. Keep up the great work, guys. All the way from Australia. Shout out to you in Australia. Next one, and that one was from, it says, BD Bush, whatever, I don't know, some Australian stuff. All right. Next one is Interesting Show is the title, another 5-star review. This one comes from Chevo Morgan in the United States, and he says, I've been listening for about 3 years. The guys have good personalities and aren't afraid to argue. Like any show, the hosts are human too and show some bias at times towards certain fighters. I have never called in, but they're typically good to the callers. When stuff gets heated, they will yell and cut each other off, but if you're a man, you should know that's how all sports can get. I don't have the time to keep up with 4 sanctioning bodies and 3 networks of fighters with 100 promoters. The show is nice to get a general, detailed news and updates in the boxing world. So thank you for that great review. And definitely the final part of the fact that, you know, him just emphasizing he doesn't have the time to, you know, pay attention to all 4 sanctioning bodies and 3 networks, which is probably more than 3, right? What is it? Showtime, Fox, ESPN, Dazn. Fuck, BT Sports.
Yeah.
But I guess for us
UFC
Americans,
UFC Fight Pass, Broadway Boxing, ESPN Plus, Fight Night Live, Thompson Boxing, Facebook. Yeah, man, a lot of avenues. Rain TV.
For sure.
Hello?
Definitely a lot of different locations to get information in terms of, you know, sanctions and everything.
Samstown Arena down in Las Vegas, where maybe
that might as well be its own network. The way they doing straight to like no stream fights. It's not even Facebook.
Niggas, them fights go right to the DVD, dog.
But that's the thing. Mayweather Promotion got like 200,000 subs. They could at least stream it to their YouTube channel. They don't even do that. But let me get to another one that says GOAT, 5-star review, and it says best podcast, period. Best boxing podcast by far. The next one is Another 5-star review. Oh wait, that one was from Money Madman in the United States. This one is also from the United States, and is Punch Out 73 says too many ads and intros, but the best show. He says this is my only gripe. I love this podcast, the best boxing podcast I've ever heard. So in terms of the ads, man, I mean, shit, we got to pay Mike somehow. What the fuck? But yeah.
How many ads we got?
Man, I don't know. We don't even do that shit.
We ain't got none like pre-recorded, nothing like that.
No. They're inserted. YouTube and all them people do that shit. Like that's how it works.
Oh, bro. Look here, my nigga. You on YouTube? Go.
No, but it's not even that. Listen, you could go Prime on YouTube. I know what you about to say, but also instead of doing that, when we reach our 100% Patreon goal, we could remove ads, and you could have a better listening experience. But we're not there, so we have to supplement that income in order to keep Mike on a fucking 24. Like he's on call. Mike's like a doctor. He's TBV doctor and shit. We're gonna have to start introducing you as Mike the doctor and shit. He's on call for every show, so it's like dude got to get it. And we got to get it. Look, we about to go to Vegas and shit. Like, come on. How is Mike going to go to Vegas and not smoke?
Yeah, man. We got to crank it up this week and next week because next is leaving the 21st.
Yeah, I got to go to the WBC convention.
Yep, 21st to the 26th.
But I'm going to try and put my big boy pants on and get a little more heart and try and vlog every day as well as, do interviews and shit. I'm going to bring a lot of equipment. And hopefully, it's a great time. Hopefully we got some champs there. Unfortunately, I don't think Earl Spence is going to make it due to everything that's taking place. I know they said he's having an amazing recovery, but I doubt he's going to jump on a plane. We know Wilder's also going to be in camp, so he's not going to make it. I'm hoping some of these past WBC champs show up.
I hope you run into Dylan White.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah, Eddie Hearn, talk to me.
That would be
Kevin
interesting.
Smith, talk to me.
Yeah, man. Team Batman, if you in fucking Vegas for November, Kovalev, we meeting up, champ. Team Batman was, he's been a long time listener. But when I got to Manchester, I mean, my man had every flavor available. And it was lovely.
Batman is beautiful.
I love this show, man. I'm telling you, I met so many people of this show in different parts of the world. Speaking of different parts of the world, we're going out to, we got to go one more ad, right?
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
CYP, California. Buenos dias.
What up, CYP?
What up? Good morning. We're going to have a study session for the chat. The chat woke up early, and I saw a lot of Wilder hate, which is weird to me because Wilder didn't fight. Last time we saw Wilder fight, he was knocking a dude out who's top 15 in one round. But, when the Europeans have a fighter, he looks bad, they start talking about other fighters instead of facing the music. Now, everybody talks about Wilder fought a lot of bums. I looked up 3 bums. Like Kovic, like a whole bunch of bums, European bums that he fought, and they were bums. But who also fought them bums? Anthony Joshua fought them bums. Andy Ruiz fought them bums. Povetkin fought them bums. Baby Miller fought them bums. And they all fought them after Wilder. So you fight these bums after Wilder, but they're serious bums to Wilder, but y'all quiet when your champion or your guy fights them. Y'all full of shit. Second point, this Usyk shit is starting to bother me. It doesn't bother me that he fights tomato cans because he Sponge was 69, then he replaced him with 74. So that's what he does. But you don't get to cherry pick and have soft fights and then come onto a chat and talk shit about other people who would never fight dudes ranked in the 60s and 70s. You can't have it both ways. Take it. He's fighting bums. He looked good against a bum. Good for you. But keep your fucking mouth shut. Because in reality, even AJ, I'm going to give AJ credit. AJ had Ruiz. He had Ortiz. Then he had Miller. He was replacing them dudes with top 15 dudes. You already started with number 69. They're replacing with 74. Fury already started with 40-something. You European fighters need a handicap. So don't bring your ass up to the boxing voice looking for a handicap because I'll break your fucking knees. I'm out. I'll boomerang back.
CYP. You could always expect energy from CYP in the morning. We going out to Troy in Baltimore. Buenos dias.
What's up?
Morning, Troy.
How you doing? Hold on, I got you on headphones, man. I'm trying to switch you off real quick. Can you hear me?
You good on the headphones? They sound all right.
Okay, cool. I'm tired of hearing about the Holyfield comparison. They had a plan. They fought a lot of the people that Mike Tyson fought. This way he could build what? He could build and say, okay, well, Mike Tyson beat them, and so did I. And then he fought his Michael Dokes fight, who back then was like White was. He was just like a real tough guy at the time, and they had a hell of a fight. And then it was supposed to be Tyson, but we all know that didn't happen. So Usyk really should follow that same play and fight Deontay Wilder's last 3 opponents or something, which would be Brazil and who else? I mean, I can't think of the other 2, but just follow that path.
You don't think Brazil's height presents any sort of danger? Plus Brazil's power. I mean, we've seen him definitely turn fights around with power.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely not, because he can't move. And Usyk is a gnat. He's just a heavyweight gnat. Boom, boom. Honestly, I'm sorry, he's not a gnat. He's a Chevy. He takes some time to get warmed up, and then when he gets warmed up, he's steady. But he's not great. He's just very good. So that's what people are looking at. Oh, he's very good and he's never lost.
Would you accept
Otto
Wallin off the loss? Would you accept that?
I don't know who the hell that is, so I can't. Accept him for what? What are you asking me, dude?
Well, it's too late now. You went past your time. But Otto is the dude that just fought Fury, man, and bust his eye with a real punch. Let me go out to Boomerang, and I remember everyone that just went in order are Boomerangs.
Mr. PBC, baby.
BoxingWords.com. I'm the flyest. Canelo talking about he believes he can win. Go to my kitchen, get the sharpest knife, and cut the bullshit up. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Yo, what's good? Good morning, TBV.
Morning,
hey, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Morning to you, brother.
So, I got my pick for Alexander Usyk. I would go with Daniel Dubois or Alexander Povetkin. But when it came to that FA Ajaba one that someone said he should be next, he's ranked over Daniel Dubois, so I don't know how that happened. But, with the Alexander Usyk fight, it was kind of whack to me. Witherspoon looked real weird. He looked real sluggish. He looked like he just wanted to go. He looked like he could finish. And he saw the person who made the food for him. And I don't know. Another boring fight on Dazn. That's my call.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in. We got, looks like, let me see here, UK Zone.
To this day. Sing along if you know the words. Come on.
Yo, what's going on?
What's up?
Can you not hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So yeah, this been having a few debates with some nutheads in Patreon community about this whole Usyk thing. I think that my thing is, I think Usyk his style would trouble quite a few heavyweights. I'm not saying he beats anyone, but I'm saying that what he's got will give people problems. And if he, what I suspect will happen is Eddie will probably get AJ once he wins the belt back when he wins the belts back, because Ruiz is not going to beat him. AJ is probably going to fight Pulev, so he'll probably vacate the WBO. So what will happen is Usyk will probably have to fight either Tyson Fury or Dylan White, or fight Parker, so because those are the top ranked fighters on the WBO at the moment. So we'll see if Fury will take the fight. I suspect Fury won't, because they probably won't want to risk him losing to Usyk. So he'll probably have to fight Dylan White or fight Parker, which is great for Matchroom, because they can get to keep the whole belts in the Matchroom business, in it. So that's what I think will happen. I think Usyk is.
Going out to JD in Texas.
JD, motherfucker. There's a lot of things I like to move, so just try to get on my game. I don't know why they gonna call me for trouble. I'm a 54 pounder, but I have a brother that's at 160.
Yo, man, I just got a few questions. Like, one, where is Big Baby? Like, is he signed to anybody? Like, what's going on with that situation? What's the update on that? And before you answer that, second, I would like to see what's the boy from the UK, the up and coming boy, Dubois.
Yep, Dubois, yes, Daniel Dubois.
Yeah, I think that would be a good matchup. You know what I'm saying? Sometime here in the near future, whenever Dubois make his next step up. But I think Dubois beat the shit out of him. I'm not that high on Usyk at heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? As far as competing with the top, the top 5, even top 10 guys. I just think once he get touched, I mean, once he get touched by one of them big dudes, man, he going down. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's all I got. But what's the update on Big Baby though?
Still trying to get signed to a promoter. Been talking to Eddie. Been pretty much begging Eddie to like give him another opportunity. Like he just radioactive right now. Like Eddie said, the best thing for him to do is
Eddie's signing him, man. Eddie's definitely signing him. Based off the interview I seen, JD, I'm gonna get to all the calls. He's signing him, bro. Basically, he said, after all the shit I talked, this paraphrasing, but this is exactly what he said. After all the shit I talked about Big Baby, it would be bad of me to sign him. I need him to get another fight, and then we can at least talk. But you kidding me? Fights with Big Baby versus Dillian White, Big Baby versus Derek Chisora, Big Baby versus Joshua. Joshua still wants that fight. He's instructed me. He still wants that fight. There's bad blood there. Come on, man. Big Baby going to have to sit it out. He going to have to get Salita to somehow put on a fight for him somewhere, get him on Showtime, one off, something, and then Eddie's going to come back. And listen, they're stupid if they don't sign Big Baby. It's not like we haven't seen other drug cheats get re-signed and fucking keep fighting. Like, you're stupid if you don't sign Big Baby. He's undefeated heavyweight. He's bound to be back in the mix in a few days. You know, you let that pass, you're making a mistake the same way Showtime made a mistake when they let it pass. You know, and I'll never give them a pass for letting it pass. You know what I mean? That was supposed to be a Wilder opponent. They got fucking history, you know. And no, they didn't do that. They shit the bed like they always fucking do. So you know what they need to do? They need to exit boxing, because all they're doing is shitting the bed. They're giving us trash fights, garbage fights, nothing I want. You know, Hogan Charlo was a joke. I can't believe that shit is really a fight. They're crazy. Like, there's not 1,500 middleweights out there. You're going to tell me you got to fucking pluck from the 154-pound division? No sense at all. What are you going to tell me? Hogan has some sort of cachet? I thought it was dead zone. Who the fuck seen him fight Jaime Munguia if it's dead zone? All of a sudden, it's not dead zone, and Hogan really beat Jaime, and he got cachet. Fuck out of here, bruh. Fuck out of here, man. Run down on me when you see me, because you mad that I talk that shit that you know is true.
I ain't gonna lie.
Fuck out of here, Hogan.
I'm not gonna lie. As a Charlo fan, I am disappointed in the Dennis Hogan fight. You know what I'm saying? Just the second time.
I get what Charlo doing, Mike. I know I'm cutting you off, but I'm on a roll here. Let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
He said, "Fuck it, y'all respect Triple G. Y'all call him pound for pound. So if y'all respect him, I'm doing the same thing. Triple G fought how many fucking 54 pounders? Anytime he give a fucking damn, he fights a 54 pounder, and can't nobody say shit. So that's what Charlo's done. His entire middleweight career is 54 pounders outside of Captain Hook with the one leg.
All right, it's gonna get worse. Trust me. Once these guys start moving up, I'm talking about Julian Williams, Jerry Hurd, J Rock, or not J Rock, but Tony Harrison, guys like that. As they started to move up, Charlo might start getting some more big fights. You know what I'm saying, with those guys.
With not real middleweights, you mean?
I mean, I'm just looking at the landscape. 3 years from now, I think the middleweight scene will probably be on will be on PBC, with the exception of Canelo Alvarez. But I think when you look at Demetrius Andrade and like he's the only other guy that I might say will be like left around. But Gennady might be retired. Billy Joe Saunders already at 168.
Yo, you speaking of retired, Jorge Sebastian Highland is retired. He hasn't fought since Charlo fought him.
Oh,
the dude with one leg?
With the leg.
Yeah, with the dude with one leg. That he hasn't fought in 2 years since Charlo fought him.
Maybe
he was the number one WBC, right? That's what Charlo did. He fought him to get that ranking. That's what he fought. And then after that, he fought 54-pound Julio Centeno. And then he fought, old man Korobov. Then he fought 54-pound Brandon Adams. And now he's fighting 54-pound Dennis Hogan. I'm just saying. It's just context.
I hear you. Tough for Charlo right now. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he get that big fight that he been wanting soon rather than later.
People got to keep that energy the same, man. Charlo needs to pack his bags and go to the zone. Go fight Charlo, Charlo Andrade, Charlo fucking Saunders, Charlo Triple G, hopefully, one day. Triple G got a 9-figure deal, Hopefully they fucking hook him up, and get him a fight. But he ain't going to get it on this side of the street, not this side. I don't even know how we got there. I don't know how we got there.
We got there because of, speaking of, you said something, I brought something up. He's like, speaking of Charlo. Oh, no, you said Showtime needs to go out of business.
Yeah, that's why, because that's what Showtime is. they competing in boxing with that. Who's his undercard at least? Do we got a good undercard?
Yeah, I don't think we got details for that yet.
Okay, let me go out to NO Mastermind. Talk to me, man.
What up, NO?
Whoa, what's jam? You heard me? How my audio sound?
You sound good.
Yeah.
All right, cool. You heard me?
Better than the Charlo fight.
Go ahead. Charlo fighting who? Go ahead, get it out. Let's go ahead. What you about to say, man?
Nah, I ain't saying nothing. I said you sound better than the Charlo fight.
Man, look, check this out, dog. When that dude Hogan was whooping on my gear, dog, you was bucking.
You hear
him?
Real,
you was bucking, dog. You was bucking. You was like, man, this nigga Hogan. You heard him? I'm about to tell you, look, Hogan and High Ride, you were bucking for them boy around that time. You dig? You was like High Ride beat old boy, I forgot his name, Brown. He beat Brown. You dig? And then Hogan. You heard me? He whipped up on your boy Jaime Munguia.
Let me keep it real. That was Mike. That was Mike with the Dennis Hogan love. I'm telling you, I ain't even watched that fight, and I won't.
All right, well, cool. Like we agree to disagree, dude. It's a bad fight because we want to see him against another. Really, we want to see him against a champ. If not a champ, Andre.
If not,
I'm saying, and the other fight.
If not a champ,
another fight beside Andre that you want to see Charlo win.
Yo, but if not a champ, at least 160 pounder, I'll be good with that.
But who? You not saying who? Because look, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. They're gonna get 160 pounder, and it's still gonna be shit. So
there's 1,583 registered.
Pull up box rec.
Yo, there's 1,583 registered middleweights on box rec. Charlo's number 4.
Come on,
Yeah, but
man. Come
somebody on
on,
right side
yes,
of the
man. You
chat?
know, out of that
Who
top
y'all want
15,
to
that
see Charlo
1,500.
fight next?
Yo, I
If
got to
he
fight for you. I got to fight
or
for you.
Triple G.
I got to fight for you. Robert Brandt. Holla at me. Holla at me.
All right, cool.
Holla
When
at
the
me.
last
But
time
you
he
know,
fought? When the
but you know,
last time Robert Brand fought?
he even coming off of loss. But you know the problem with that? PBC
See,
never got the money to do a fight for
He
Charlo.
coming over lows. He coming over lows.
So then fight
He coming
Royota
over lows.
Marota. Fight Royota Marota. Go do business with Top Rank. Fight Royota
I
Marota.
heard you talk about that dude Buku time, Ness, man. You don't respect that dude, Toyota Marota, man. Keep it real, Ness.
I don't,
He
but
gonna
like
run
at
up,
least he's a
run up,
middleweight who punching, bruh. Stop this craziness. At least he's a middleweight that's punching.
All right, cool. Well, if he get the Marauder fight, you heard me. You gonna slack off a Cholo. That's what you saying. If he knock Marauder out, you gonna be like, he a real contender.
Hey yo, listen to this shit. Yo, this division is top heavy. Roberto. Listen to me. Listen to me.
Dudes at the top, they don't want scrap.
Listen to me. Roberto Garcia. That's a natural 147 pounder. Walter Akinwande, that's who Andre beat for that vacant title.
But look, let me get this off before you finish, dog. Willie the Worm and Dominic Wick, dog, you were bucking that. You were bucking for that shit, dog.
Not for Dominic. You better stop it. You better stop it. Dominic, I was down Triple G throat for taking that fight. You know what I'm saying?
You were saying how good Willie the Worm was, dude, dog. Keep it real.
I do like Worm. I do like Worm.
Mongoose.
Doggy,
like, man, he remind me of the Mongoose.
Doggy, outside of Derevchenko, who put more hands on Gennady than Willie the Worm and Canelo? You better stop it, man. When you speak of Gennady, you got to speak of Worm. You got to speak of Willie Monroe.
He let Wade punch him up too. You know that was a part of the drama show. Yeah, big drama. Yeah, you know that was for the fans.
Man,
you know,
for the fans. We see now it ain't for the. He let Derevchenko punch him up too for the fans.
Hey Max, you know this is boxing. You did? Yeah. You were bucking for all that shit, dog.
Man, you crazy. You better stop trying to paint me as a Triple G fan. You lying. He lying.
Cal Brook can't do the same thing to him. We still saying that's a drama shoot. That's my call, man. I ain't gonna keep on this shit, man. I'm a boomerang, bro.
Hey, man, I don't know. You just took it out on me, but you said all the shit I've been saying for years. I don't know what you talking about. Like, I ain't never bigged up none of Triple G opponents, you know what I'm saying? I just started realizing after that Curtis Stevens, it was certain people definitely ain't want that smoke. Definitely ain't want that smoke, you know what I'm saying? Peter Quillen never wanted that smoke. Fuck, man, it took Daniel Jacobs a long time to want that smoke. A long time to openly want that smoke. Believe me. There's interviews out there, tons for days. Like, you know, everybody got that whole I'm doing my own thing story, you know, when it's time. But we got Stone Bone Boxing. Talk to me.
What up, Stone Bone?
What up? Shit, did he pass the test? I mean, he got a D on that thing, man. He get to fight another day as far as passing that test against a bum, you know what I mean? Like you said, the Sponge fight was already bad, and then they give us this shit, and then, oh, man, matter of fact, that wasn't even a test, so he didn't pass. That was a practice test, you know what I mean? That was the pre-test, so hopefully he really do get a test. That was one of those tests with the answers in the back of the book, you know, you could just flip over and make sure you got the right answer. But I don't think he got the power for a Wilder, or I could already see it. It's going to be a Joseph Parker. That's why he faked the spider bite, so he could get this Usyk fight. It's going to be Usyk and Parker, and then they're going to give him another former world champion in AJ after Ruiz beat him up again in Saudi Arabia. So his next two fights, you can book it, will be Joseph Parker, and then regardless, it's going to be AJ. You can book those two as his next fight. And all of this middleweight talk, I'll be telling everybody, keep the same energy with the Charlos that y'all PBC apologists do about Bud. Oh, Bud, he should have signed with the PBC. Well, Charlo should have signed with the Zone. He can't get no fight. So if Charlo can't wait and Bud can't wait, then shut up. All right, that's my call, yo.
That's exactly why I'm telling Charlo to pack his bag and go across that street, because, you know, this Hogan shit, that's crazy cray. Let's see, we got...
Stainless just jumped on if you want to go out to him.
We ain't go to him at all? today?
No, he just jumped on.
All right. Boomerang status for the stain. Where is that?
Straight to the point for those with attention deficit. I'm so repetitive, so I gotta repeat. Stainless from the street to the deep. I'm coming with that heat. All you need to know about me, I'm coming with that heat.
And I believe he's just listening. All right, buddy. Well, thanks for the check-in.
Sorry.
All right.
I just woke up, lit my blunt, called Skype, so you know what I'm saying, I ain't exactly all here yet. What we talking about, Canelo and fucking what I mean, like I said, I just woke up. So.
Man, we saying is Usyk ready? Did he pass his heavyweight debut test? And if so, who do you want to see him fight next, if not the winner of AJ and Ruiz?
Nah, he need to wait for Parker to come back for that spider bite, because he need to fight some top level competition, or at least top 10, top 15. Like, I can't gauge him based on what did y'all say he was ranked yesterday? 70, 72 or something, 75. I can't rate him based on that. So plus he was inactive for 11 months. So like I said, he's missing a lot of punches and getting hit with some little shots that a top tier fighter would have knocked him out with. So yeah, I need to see more out of Usyk. I don't need to see another tune-up, though. I need to see him in there with a top 15. I'm even lenient enough to say a top 20, but he need to be in there with some better competition first. That's all I got for now, Boomerang.
All right, Stainless, we going out to Kevin in the Shy.
What's up? Man, I'm just kind of confused. The performance, everyone's kind of critiquing it. They're saying, kind of question, did he pass the test? Oh, did he pass the test? Of course he passed the test. The dude didn't have nothing for him. He danced circles around him and finished him. The dude quit. He made him quit. He said, no, I can't take no more. I can't take no more. I'm just trying to survive on the ropes. Then he realized, if I keep going anymore, I'm going to get knocked out. I'm going to get starched. It was the writing was on the wall. He was going to get hurt badly. Oh, did he pass the test? I don't know.
You would have beat him last night, Kevin.
Huh?
You would have beat Chaz Tablespoon yesterday.
No, I wouldn't have. He would have knocked out everyone in this chat. Everyone here and in the chat, he would have knocked him out. But, what's it called? Yeah, Usyk, he dominated the fight. I don't know what else you want to ask from him. He's not a one-punch knockout artist. He picks people apart. He did what he's supposed to do. And everyone's hating. Oh, man, he didn't look good.
He got a little black eye,
did he
man.
Pass
a little
the test?
swelling under the eye.
Yeah, one little scrub. That ain't shit. That don't mean shit. One little punch can do that. Barely connects.
Yo, so if he passed the test,
if
he passed the test, why guys like Rayfield and Kim are saying that he should fight Chisora and Carlos Takam next?
I don't know who those are. I don't know who those people are. I think he should fight the winner of Ruiz and Joshua, just like you said.
Right.
But what else was I going to say?
Thanks for calling in.
Man, people saying...
if you want more, you could always boomerang in by checking out our Patreon page at patreon.com/The Boxing Voice. And that is a way to support the show and ensure that me and Mike are here every single day and bring you unlimited shows. We're going out to Davidian.
Y'all got Kevin hot, boy.
Davidian, playing racquetball while listening to the show. We're going to go to Aaron in Cali. Talk to me. Aaron, talk to me. Am I wrong?
Yo.
Oh, I was about to say, I thought I knew your number already by heart.
I'm Patreon now, so, I didn't hear the title. So, but anyways, that wasn't enough of a sample size, right? I mean, Witherspoon was not a viable candidate. My question is, why is it always with these Matchroom or European fighters, there's always drama? I mean, there's always some kind of spider bite, failed PED test or, some kind of injury, always something. I mean, How do we even judge Usyk off this? No, of course he needs better competition. I mean, obviously, I don't think anyone likes that WBO rule where he automatically gets a mandatory shot, but I mean, in essence, he needs to fight the ex-mandatory, and I think him and White should fight, or him and Parker should fight before. But as far as Ruiz and Joshua, after Ruiz wins, I think Heyman and PBC, they're already comfortable knowing that they're going to let the WBO belt go. But as far as
they better not, man. You guys got to stop saying that. You guys got to start saying, yo, I hope Heyman isn't planning on me. Like, don't give Ruiz an out. Like, Heyman is his advisor, not his fucking father.
Yeah, but he has to pick Pulev or Usyk.
No, what you do is the same thing Eddie Hearn.
This is the other thing.
You do the same thing Eddie Hearn's done for years. You petition to both, and you tell the IBF or the I'm defending one. Got to give me a break. I'm gonna do one, and I'm gonna do the other. I'm gonna get to you, but I got to get to this one, or I could only get to one at a time. Like, that should not be. We should not allow the sanctioning body to strip fighters the way they did Tyson Fury. That's ridiculous. He had a rematch in place, and the IBF like, nah, fuck that. Give me my belt. That's not cool, and we shouldn't make it cool that Heyman doesn't want to recognize the WBO, so Andy got to drop it, so Earl don't got to fight Crawford. No, unless we ain't gonna recognize the WBA. How the fuck we gonna sit here and side with Heyman about not recognizing the WBO, but we ain't gonna, at the same time, step the fuck away from that situation? Because he's like, yo, fams, you recognizing a belt that got 47 champions and 17, that shit is done for me. Someone should have never done the math for me. That's too many belts. Like, we should not fuck with the WBA.
But the WBA doesn't have mandatories. That's the whole point. And when you got a mandatory like the WBO, and you got Bob Arum and Top Rank behind it playing politics, well, what are you supposed to do? So
yeah, WBA don't got mandatory, not because they being nice to the champion, because they believe in unifications. They got no mandatory so they could keep fucking making champions. They keep making champions in the same division, Aaron. Come on. And they never got to fight each other. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Thanks for calling in. We going out to Checkmate Box and talk to me. Fucking WBA is horrible.
What's up, fellas? Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
All right, cool. Hey, yeah, did you see my tweet I sent regarding Strong and so forth, and that his B sample tested negative 3 days before Eddie Hearn released his VADA statement? And this is the quietest Eddie Hearn has ever been. He's not even mentioning it. And you know how he goes off with, it's just bad for the sport. Come on, man. This was a setup. I mean, come on. He had SpongeBob in the ring. SpongeBob Teaspoon has only had 2 fights in 3 years. Even and if you listen to his interview, his Seconds Out interview, he said he wasn't even prepared to go 12 rounds. That's why he tried to get him out there early, because he was not in shape. He knew himself he couldn't go 12 rounds. You know what I mean? So this was a travesty. And I know you talking about Charlo, Hogan, whatever the case may be. It's nowhere near this. And these promoters need to be held accountable. They're robbing the people and giving shit fights. As far as Usyk, he didn't do anything special. But then again, this is the Eastern. If you're Eastern European, if you're white, you're going to go ahead and get these shots early. You're going to go get these belts early. You're going to go ahead and go through the back VIP door and get this anointing. And he did nothing worthy of anointing to somebody who shouldn't have been there. And one last thing, Teaspoon said he didn't feel nothing. He said, I didn't feel his power. Hey, listen, I don't want to hear about Usyk fighting Wilder. I don't want to hear about him. Come on. Now, there's been, obviously, we know that Evander Holyfield has been a couple of other,
Davidian.
Hey.
Oh, you are there. Okay. Talk to us.
Hey, what's good?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm just at LA Fitness shooting around. But I don't know how.
All that
But
I'm hearing clank, 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 clank. That's all I'm hearing.
yeah, my bad. Trying to go someplace quiet. There's like nowhere to go. But yeah, Usyk, I like him, but I actually went to the women. See, I'm not paying attention. I went to the women's side. Oh shit. All right. I mean, Usyk, he was all right, but I like him, but we'll see. I want to see him face somebody top 10. You know. I mean, I liked him at cruiserweight, but we'll see with the big boys now. So, but it's sad what happened to Patrick Day, though. I just watched that fight. I don't know, my prayers go out to Patrick Day because I've been watching him for a little bit. I was surprised Caldwell did that to him, but yeah. We'll see. I don't know. I think Usyk will get knocked out by Wilder for sure. So we'll see. That's my call. Y'all have a good one.
All
Thanks,
right,
Davidian, for
Davidian,
calling in,
thanks for
y'all.
calling in. We got that one white boy. Talk to me.
What up, John?
What's up, guys? Usyk pooped against him, I felt like, too. I liked him at cruiserweight. I like his personality. He reminds me of Michael Strahan with that big gap tooth. I think he could definitely promote himself well. But no, Wilder knocks him out. Probably even AJ knocks him out. But yeah, he needs to gain a little more weight. Like he said, at least he knows that about himself. He needs to put on a little extra pounds against some of the elite guys. But for his next fight, I think Kaunaki or whatever that dude, that babyface, I think that'd be a good fight. He shouldn't go straight to Wilder. I think he's asking for the AJ Ruiz fight, the winner of that, just so he can get the Wilder. Because I think he knows that he's probably not going to get that Wilder fight real quick. So he's calling out for the big one. So maybe they'll give him that one belt instead of the 3. So maybe we'll see. But yeah, he went up against I guess a mediocre guy, which that mediocre guy will knock me out any day. So he's not mediocre in my books, but in their books he is. So I like him to fight Kaunaki, but he'll get knocked out against Wilder. But all right then, that's my call.
All right, we got Keem in Florida. Talk to me.
What up, y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
What's going on? I just jumped on, man. I didn't get to hear the show, but I seen the title. And I wanted to call in and give my opinion on Usyk, man. To me, he didn't, I've seen Usyk fight like three or four times. I haven't seen him fight that many times, and I'm not really that impressed with him, man. Like in the Bellew fight, he started off slow. He was getting tagged really easy. And watching this fight this weekend, man, he just gets hit so much. For a guy who can turn it up and get really defensive, I don't know if it's because he was out of the ring for a little while. He was rusty, but he was getting hit pretty easily. And every time I watch a heavyweight, a heavyweight prospect, or my first time watching them, I can't help but say what would it be if Wilder was in there right now? And if Wilder was in there, he would have slumped Usyk, bro. There's no way you can get hit that many times by Wilder. And even some of these other, Joshua would probably beat him too. I don't know. To me, he didn't look impressive. Again, I don't know if it's because he was rusty, but even watching him fight at cruiserweight, I always felt like he takes too long to get going. Outside of that fight with Gassiev, where he looked really good the whole fight, to me, he just, I don't know, he takes too long to get going and get his movement going, and you can't do that at heavyweight, man, especially with these big punchers. So I hope it was more just a little ring rust, maybe. And he took some time to get acclimated in there, but he didn't look good. He shouldn't be calling out top heavyweights. He should be going after some of these lower tier guys to work himself back up and gain some weight. But yeah, he didn't look very good to me, man. For being supposed to be the big Lomachenko and all this talk and all this hype, he didn't look great. He didn't look very elusive. He was getting tagged pretty easily by a guy who isn't the top level heavyweight. So I think he needs a lot more time, man. Wilder and these big names shouldn't be on his sights right this second, But that's it. Appreciate y'all, man.
King, man, thanks for calling in. We got Brandon in Cincinnati. Talk to me.
What up, B?
Oh man, I'm blessed and highly favored. Top of the morning to you, Mike, Ness. Before I start, I want to give a shout out to Patrick Day, Errol Spence, Ali Bashir. Hope you brothers make a speedy recovery. Get back home to y'all families in one piece. I didn't watch the Usyk fight on Saturday. I'm sorry. Shit like that will not keep me in the house on a Saturday night. So I went out clubbing and shit. I did catch the highlights. I wasn't impressed by what I seen on the highlights. I don't know if he did it in the fight. I didn't see any fancy footwork. I didn't see the Lomachenko shit. I seen him trying to press the action in the fight on the highlights. But like I said, I wasn't that impressed with him. As far as who he should fight next, maybe it's Chisora or Parker. If he can't get the title shot, I'll be cool with that. But shit, if he can get the title shot, be confident, he want to take the title shot, shit, go right ahead and take it. We've seen worse guys get title shots. Dominic Breazeale got a title shot. Eric Molina got a title shot. Gerald Washington got a title shot. Can't tell me Usyk ain't deserving of a fucking title shot when people like that getting them. But as far as can he beat them guys, right now I say no. He can't beat Wilder, Joshua, Andy Ruiz, or Fury. In my opinion, he'd be the underdog for me going into those fights. Now, you guys were saying he can't beat anybody in the top 10. I disagree with that. You know, I favor him against guys like Big Baby and Povetkin and Pulev. I give him the favor against that. White and Ortiz, and that's more of a 50-50, you know, depending on what kind of shape White come in, what kind of shape Ortiz come in for those fights. But like I said, if he wants the title fight, go ahead and give it to him. But right now, I don't think he beats any other title holders. That's my call, man. You fellas have a good morning.
All right,
All right,
CYP Boomerang.
What up, CYP?
Okay, I'm back. Let me break this shit down for you once again because I did it yesterday, but I told the morning group I'm gonna give it to y'all too. Roy Jones Jr. weighed in at 193 pounds when he fought Ruiz for the fucking heavyweight title of the world. 193. He didn't say I want to go to cruiserweight and fight the unified cruiserweight champion. He didn't give a shit. He said, I'm going to heavyweight. The motherfucker could barely crack 200 pounds. He weighed 193 and said, I want to be great. Let me move up to the glamour division. Holyfield was weighing in the 180s. People say, yeah, but cruiserweight limit was 190 back then. That's not the point. The point is he could have died it down to 175 and been a 3-division champion, but he didn't. As soon as he knew they going to let me up in here, all I got to be is 199, 200, I'm going to heavyweight to fight the big dudes. That's what we do over here. That's what we do. One of my favorite strongmen of all time is Mariusz Pudzianowski. I love strongman competition. That dude's one of the smallest strongmen to ever live, but the motherfucker won 6 titles. That's my guy. When you have the opportunity, it don't matter. You go for that. The Europeans in boxing, only in boxing, are some of the worst fans and some of the worst boxers. That is why they put on these kitty gloves, because they need you to believe in them. It's like going to a gym. Your boy say, I can bench 500 pounds. But you see him warming up with 135. He ain't benching 500. Dude, you ain't gonna put no more weight on there? No, he ain't benching 500. Just because he got big ass arms, if he lifted 135, he ain't benching 500. Stop trying to get credit for things you cannot do. I'm sick of this shit. Take it like men. Become men. Grab your balls and be like Caleb Plant. Take their ass over to a group where they out there getting it in. Get it in with them brothers. Get it in with them Latinos. Do your thing.
Cut it. NO Boomerang.
Man, shout out to CYP, dog. He be doing this thing, you hear me? You know what I'm saying? I know exactly what he talking about, dog. Them boys be hummer stunting, you hear me? You dig? Them boys be talking about they got all this money and all this shit, dog. Be right at home with their mama, and that's, you hear me? They all talk, dog.
I'm listening.
They got the flies closed, dog, but ain't nothing behind it. You did? It's crazy, but say, bro, Usyk, dog. I don't really know what y'all want. Fuck, it's Weatherspoon, dog. Last time we saw Weatherspoon was Seth Mitchell. No, he fought somebody after that, at the Mitchell, dog. But he was one of them. He was one of them guys that never panned out. Like, you know what I'm saying? He just was a journeyman. No more, no less, and they got him on the couch. When the last time Weatherspoon fought, dog, he wasn't even in shape. Y'all throw him in there against a top athlete that been active, like, You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, bro. I mean, Eddie Hearn did it. I don't know. He did it to himself, bro, by taking that fight, man. Until he fight somebody, then who he gonna fight next? He's not about to just jump in the ring with a monster. So we gotta put him against. I don't know, the Juggernaut. He need to fight the Juggernaut, Joe Joyce. Fuck, I guess that's a lot of weight, dog. Y'all think he can get in there with Big Baby? That's a lot of weight, dog. That's a lot of weight.
Mr. PBC, Boomerang.
Yo. Like I said before,
90 seconds.
I watched it on YouTube. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I watched the fight on YouTube, HD quality, full card. You guys pay $20, I pay nothing. I watched the fight all the way through. Usyk doesn't deserve to get in there with Ruiz and Anthony Joshua right after winning that fight. If he's going to go the Tyson Fury route, at least get one more fight, and I feel like he should fight Daniel Dubois.
60 seconds.
Who is a champ. In my eyes, he's an up-and-coming champ. The best prospect I've seen. He knocked out Anthony Joshua in training. I think Daniel Dubois deserves this fight. And after beating Witherspoon, he should re-up in 6 months or so and fight Daniel Dubois or Alexander Povetkin, which is still available. If Dillian White's truly available, that would be the best fight. And it would show Dillian White off of drugs if he passed the test that he really can do it and it wasn't drugs that did it. And we can see if he can take a shot because Dillian White got them uppercuts, on that left hook. So we'll see. I mean, Usyk doesn't deserve a great white height, which I respect, but he doesn't deserve a title shot right after that fight. Witherspoon looked like he just got out the kitchen cooking for his mom and pop.
Mike, that's everybody, man.
I don't like the Daniel Dubois fight, man. I know people keep
they
on bringing it
rushing
up.
Dubois.
They rushing the shit out of my guy.
They
But yeah,
sure
man. Final thoughts are: I just hope that Usyk, you know what I'm saying, get some better. I don't want to say, but yeah, get some better opponents in the ring with him, so we can really see what kind of heavyweight that he will turn out to be. I'm like I said last night, I'm gonna reserve my judgment till I see another fight against somebody who I can give a better assessment of. So yeah, man, I'm not mad at Usyk, not mad at Dazn. It was boxing this weekend, so I'm always happy about that. So good luck for Usyk. Hopefully he comes back and be a credible opponent against somebody in this division where we can be like, oh, okay, he can be here. He can survive at heavyweight. But if not, then hey, we got plenty more heavyweights to go around. Follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter at Gross2312.
Nest GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Catch us on the next one. Peace.